Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So today is going to be a story that I've been putting off for about a few years now. I don't know why I've been putting it off, but I just haven't been telling it. But I'm going to be telling it today. So this is going to be about the story about the first time that I ever smoked weed. First time anything's ever entered my mouth and came out as smoke. I would not suggest smoking, but if you want to, I can't really stop you. So if you haven't tried it yet, go ahead if you want, but I'm not the one to tell you whether to do or not. That's your parents or your friends or whatever. But anyway, let's get into it. So this story all takes place back in 2022. I was going to Georgia with my family for a vacation. Now, this is a big meme between me and two of my friends because I've told them this story countless amount of times, and they both have me in their contacts as Georgia man or something to do with Georgia, just because of the story, and it's pretty funny, so let's get into it. So, like I said, the story all takes place back in 2022. I was going on a vacation with my family to Georgia. It was this little resort area. And the first few days there, the first two days there were pretty normal, just did stuff around the resort, did stuff like that, zip lining, all that fun stuff, right? And on the third day, I was out at this campfire area. There was this little campfire area where you could make s'mores and stuff. And there were these two girls that were there, right? So obviously, me being desperate and lonely, I started talking with them, and things are going pretty well. Things are going fine. I'm talking with them, having good conversation. And then they keep looking over each other and giving each other looks. And I'm thinking what are they doing? What are they saying? And they look over at me and they're like, hey, we got a weird question to ask you. And I'm like, okay, what is it? And they proceed to go hey, in about an hour, would you want to maybe smoke weed with us? And I'm like, smoke weed? And they're like, yeah, we just want to know if you want to. Now this is already suspicious as fuck. Two girls that I haven't even known for 10 minutes asking me if I want to smoke weed with them. And I'm over here thinking, I've never done this shit before. So I tell them that. I'm like, I've never smoked weed before, so I don't really know how to do it or stuff. Keep in mind, I've never smoked anything before. This is the first time that I've ever done it. And they're like, oh no, it's okay, we'll teach you. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, is this a good idea or a bad idea? And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, sure, I'll smoke. And they're okay, great. Just come meet us back here in an hour. And I'm like, okay. And they go back up to their room, I assume, to wherever they were staying. And I stay down there for about 10 more minutes, make some s'mores with my family. And then me and my family go back up to our room, and I tell my mom, my dad, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go hang out with these two girls, we're just going to do this and that. I completely lied to them. I told them me and them were just going to hang out, normal stuff like that. When in reality, I was really going to go smoke. So they're like, okay, just be back by this time, have fun. I'm like, all right, bet. So I leave the area, I leave our room, I go down to the area, and for 5 minutes, I'm sitting there alone, so I'm sitting on my phone. And then the two girls hey, Jacob, and I look up and I'm like, hey guys, what's up? And they're like, all right, let's go over here. So the way this resort area worked was there was a little bridge area, right? And there was a gate there, and it was actually the way to get in. You had to have a code to put into this little keypad area at the front to actually get into the resort. So we go over near the bridge, right? And we go under it. There was a little underpass. So we go there, and one of the girls brings out the blunt stuff, and then the other girl brings out the lighter, and they start sparking up the fucking whatever's called the roll thing. I really don't even know what it's called to this day. I know it's just on the tip of my tongue of whatever it's called, but joint that's the word. They were rolling up the joint and sparking up, and they start smoking it. And I'm sitting there with them, just thinking, all right, just calm down, Jacob. This is your first time you're ever gonna smoke. You just gotta calm down. Just be chill. And they start telling me how to do it, put in your mouth, then inhale, and then take out it, and then take it out, and then breathe in, exhale. So they hand me it, put it in my mouth, inhale, take it out, I exhale. And I cannot explain to you the amount of pain that I felt in my throat and in my lungs. Because keep in mind, the first time you ever smoke, it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel like you have fire in your lungs and you're going to die. And immediately I start going, and I'm just completely dying. I am completely dying at this. I'm thinking, oh fuck, I'm dying, and I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, I can't fucking breathe. I start freaking out, and they keep telling me, Jacob, you're fine, you're not gonna die. It's just the first time smoking. And I start calming down and going, and I'm like, all right. And it was horrible. The first time something has ever entered my mouth that wasn't food or water, it was the worst experience I've ever felt. I cannot explain to you how this felt, and after that, I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna feel weird, but honestly, it kind of felt good. It felt weird and good at the same time. So we start passing this blunt around. The girls are hitting it like they've been doing this shit for years, which they probably have, and they pass it over to me. I start hitting this, and within 10 to 15 minutes, I'm fucking out of it. I am completely fucking stoned. I'm completely just like red eyes, not thinking right. It's just I'm completely fucking out of it. And I wish I had like a video. I wish one of the girls would have recorded the way I looked, because the way I looked, the way they told me the way I looked the next day after was the funniest way. Like they explained to me that I'm sitting there thinking like I'm out of it. I'm looking at the ground, apparently just mumbling fucking words. Now, when the fuck did I do this? I can remember vividly of me like just being zoned out of points, but not mumbling or doing anything like that. So about 10 more minutes go by, we're just hitting this shit, and eventually we're out of the blunts. Like I think they brought like enough weed for like 2 to 3 blunts. Now, I'm not sure how much weed or like grams. I'm not that type of person because I'm not a drug dealer. I just take the stuff and smoke it. Now, I have never bought weed or anything. I just smoke it from other people, or if people are like, hey, we got some weed, like let's go smoke. I'm like, all right, bet. But yeah, they had enough weed for about 2 or 3 blunts, because like by the third blunt, I was out of it. I was like, yo, I think I'm good. I'm not gonna smoke anymore. Now, you may think, okay, Jacob, that's like the fucking end. You smoked weed, got high as fuck, had a good time with these 2 girls. Story doesn't end there. Now, from what I can remember, is that one of the girls was really cute. And according to them, I told her that I thought she was cute. Keep in mind, we're all smoked, we're all stoned, we're all out of it. Now, what I remember is that the girl comes over to me, sits in my lap, puts her hands around my neck. Like not around my neck, but like, whenever a girl goes to like hug you and she hugs over the shoulders, she does that. And we just start making out. Like we just like right there in front of the other girl, just start making out. Now, no, I didn't have a makeout sesh with the other girl. She kind of just stood there, just still smoking and stuff. And me and this other girl just making out. Now, I don't know if it's because I was fucking out of it or wasn't thinking right. This was like one of the best kisses I've ever had in my life. Now this is like I don't know what about it made it so special. I guess just because I was out of it and stoned. It was amazing. Me and her made out for like 2 minutes straight, and after that, I'm just sitting there, just completely, just no words to say. And she looks at me and just goes, "I really enjoyed that," and gets off of me, and just starts smoking like nothing fucking happened. Just starts going back at it, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And I start taking more hits, and after that, me and the two girls are done smoking. We have it all done. They get rid of all the extra excess stuff. I'm just throwing like this little creek area, and then we go get some food at this other area. The way the resort works, that there were like food places that you go to that were basically open 24/7. So I went and just grabbed some burgers and hot dogs and just ate at the little kitchen area, the little dining area. Then after that, I said goodbye to them. I hugged them both. And at this point, I was coming down from the high. I wasn't as high as I was, which is good, because if I came back high, my parents would have been like, "What the fuck were you doing? Why the fuck were you doing that?" And probably got in a lot of trouble. But after that, I go back to my room. My parents and my brother were already tired, so I just go lay in my bed, and I'm out of it. Within 5 minutes of laying down, I'm just out of it. I'm just super tired. And I wake up the next morning and I text them, good morning, stuff like that. And they tell me what happened last night to so they could jog my memory of what happened. And I don't know what is it with me, but me being drunk or getting high, I can remember most of what happens. Now maybe that's just because I've never gone blackout drunk or blackout high or well, I greened out another time, which I still have. I'm probably gonna end up telling the story about me greening out next week after I upload this to this story. But that's for another story. But yeah, but it was pretty fun experience. First time smoking. It's gonna feel weird at first. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna feel like you're gonna die. But after the first few hits, you'll be fine. And maybe if you smoke with girls, you'll be able to make out with them. But yeah, that's basically the end of the story. Hope y'all did enjoy the story. This story I've been putting off for a while, and I figured that, since me and my friends make so many memes about it, and I talk about it so much, I figured I would tell it. So yeah, if y'all did enjoy, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and have a great day. I will see you all later. Don't try to bring me down, cause your whip can't make a sound. I know I make you mad, the way I've been moving way too fast. Joyride all the way, hoes be flashing me all day. That's Snap.